Right, okay. This is the second part of the two videos I'm uploading today, catching up on the news after my short spout of illness. I've come back and I'm seeing a plethora of images from a park down in Cardiff. Potential spoilers. I may put images, or I may put a link below to Doctor Who production news so you can have a look yourself, so I'm not posting spoilers online. But this is mainly a big spoiler thing because some of the things I spoke about before have been nulled, some of them have been heightened due to these filming pics, and it's going to be a really interesting one. So let's do this. Yeah, that'll do it. I'll do it nicely. Okay, the first image I saw when I came back initially with the notifications, I saw that Unit is officially back. Yes! Knew that was coming. I heard news that Unit was coming. Wanted Unit to be there. It's only fair that Unit be part of Doctor Who. You know, they've been part of it for 40 or nearly 50 years now with the third Doctor ever since. No, didn't they make the debut with the first Doctor? No, it was the second Doctor. It was the second Doctor in the tunnels with Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart in the Web of Fear, I do believe. Yes, I think so. He's trying to remember everything. Is so hard. But when I saw that image, it put a big smile on my face. Is it Lethbridge Stewart coming back? Is Kate coming back? That would be cool. Nobody saw the filming. From what I could hear and understand on several videos that have spoken about the images, every cast member that was in that building left under clad in black robes. You couldn't tell who was there. You couldn't tell it was a man, woman or what, because they were under literally black curtains shoved into the back of a van leaving there. So there's obviously something that's big that's happened in the Centenary Special. Obviously this is supposed to be happening, I think it's either the latter stage of 2022. This is the final bit of filming for Doctor Who after Series 13. It's Chibnall and Jodie's last episode. But you wouldn't have thought that when you looked at Grace Gardens, is it? I think it's Grace Gardens, in Cardiff. She's full of smiles. She's filming there with John Bishop and Mandip Gill. Well, to say in my thoughts that maybe that Mandip Gill's character was turning on the Doctor in Series 13, I was 50-50 on it, and I thought it'd have been a shame if, you know, she had turned. Because I kind of like Yaz. I think she's been underwritten. She is a very good actress, you can tell that. But she has been chronically underwritten in Doctor Who. And to see that it's her and John Bishop coming back for the Centenary Special, being the companion in this, is fantastic. Brilliant. And Unit coming back. I hope we get to see Osgood, because after the whole Lonely Assassins game, the question has to be asked, is the Angel episode, is that what causes the Doctor's regeneration, and that's why it's one adventure all the way to the Centenary, which would be a long time to regenerate? Or would it be she just flies off, drops off Yaz and Dan, flies off and does her own thing? That would be interesting. It'd be weird to not see a regeneration, you know, like maybe do it like 8 and not even advertise the regeneration. Do we find out it's a multiversal thing? No, I don't think that's going to happen either. I think it's going to be absolutely standard, because I don't think Chris Chibnall is going to leave too many questions unanswered by the time his season ends. I think the Timeless Child is going to get answered. We still don't know. I know Jacob Anderson, whose Vindar has been seen on the streets of Cardiff. That's going to be another thing. I don't think he's a baddie either, not by the looks of it, because he's going away to do filming for is it the BBC or a CBS version of an interview with a vampire. He's got that coming up. Good luck to him. The other thing that surprised me when I was flicking through Twitter, you're gonna like this, Graham's back. Randomly out the blue for the Centenary Special, Graham's back. He got pictured in a coffee shop. It's in Doctor Who production news. I couldn't believe it when I'd seen it. It's just, I can understand you doing open filming in a massive garden in Cardiff, but to get it spoiled by a coffee shop is brilliant. To see Graham and Dan team up, John Bishop and Bradley Walsh, there could be something there. And I bet your Big Finish's tails are dinging, because there's a team there. It's happening. The only question was, where's Ryan? I know I'm not the biggest fan of Ryan Sinclair. I'm not the biggest fan of his. Other than, standing around like a tree. But apparently he's got that filming show in America. I wasn't too keen on his character, to be quite honest with you. I was glad when he left Who. Wasn't too keen on him. But maybe it was a... maybe it's a 10th Doctor thing. Do you remember in the... is it World's End, is it? Where, no, Journey's End. World's End. Journey's End, when the 10th Doctor drags Earth back to its normal orbit around the moon, and the entire cast of his friends are all in the TARDIS. Maybe Jodie's getting maybe that version of hers for the Centenary Special. Maybe that'd be nice. But I don't think... we're definitely not going to get Captain Jack. I'd be very, very, very surprised if we get Captain Jack, because he's currently going through meltdown on Twitter. He's made everything private. He's arguing over the BBC and stuff. It's not nice to see. But back to the filming in Cardiff. If you look at the Doctor's dress, not that she's wearing a dress, the actual attire that she's wearing, for the first time in her tenure, she's wearing a unisex t-shirt, which is primarily worn by males like me. I'm wearing a unisex t-shirt. Now she wears a female branded shirt that usually comes around here, around the shoulder blades. Not this time. She's wearing an ordinary t-shirt when she's standing in the TARDIS. She's all smiles and happy. You wouldn't think that it was probably going to be her last bits of filming for Doctor Who, the way she was smiling. And that's a good advocate for Doctor Who. When the actor doesn't look unhappy when they're leaving. You look at Matt Smith, he was in tears. David Tennant, he didn't want to stand in front of the crew. He got upset. Peter Capaldi in the Laurel Wing said it was a good thing that he left Doctor Who because it just overtaken his life. But he was really sad when he left also. But to look at those images and seeing Jodie smile, put a smile on my face, because she's been such a, how can I put it, a highlight for controversy and hate and everything else within the fandom, which I don't think has been her fault. It hasn't. If it's anybody's fault, it's the writers, the way she's been written. I think she's been a serviceable, okay Doctor. She hasn't been great. She's been serviceable. I think she's the Doctor we sort of didn't need, but we got. She was really, really good. And to see the filming in that Grace Park was interesting. But the one aspect I'm looking forward to. Vindar didn't get seen filming. He's around Cardiff and he was around the film. He was seen. Then you've got Dan and Graham, Bradley Walsh and John Bishop teaming up. I'm in. Plug me in. I'm fine. That's good. That's great. I'm looking forward to the Centenary Special. But the thing that worries me is what's happening in Series 13 that's so big that Yaz and the Doctor seem to fall out, because she's at the TARDIS, she's in the filming, she's there, she looks happy, she's in a normal, you know, leather jacket and stuff. And by the filming clips, they seem happy, but in the trailer we saw them arguing. Now, do we perceive that as, you know, a Doctor and companion argument? You know, the way Donna used to fight with 10, you know, the way Amy used to fight with 11, you know, the lip that Clara used to give 12. Is it got to that point now between them that she's been around long enough that she knows the Doctor's traits? I think that's what it is, rather than her turning on, because there was a story going around that, you know, that she's working for possibly the big bad in this series, which is either going to be Omega or Razalon, which I don't know. If it is, that's going to be crazy. I'm looking forward to the Centenary Special. I am looking forward to it, because it's going to be feature length. It doesn't look like there's going to be a multi-Doctor story. I think they're going to save that for the 60th. It's still happening. I don't think they're going to announce the new Doctor till, I would say, March, April, I would say, of 2022, before the Centenary Special. The word going around is that the team has been picked. The team's done. But the only downside is that everything changes. The filming quality has been high with this current season. If it's the one thing I've liked about the Chibnall seasons, is the filming quality has been astronomically improved. And the only downside is, for what I've heard, is they're going with him. So they've got to find everything brand new. Everything's got to be brand spank for this new generation, not regeneration, new generation of Who. And to see these filming pics was interesting. It really was. It was great to see Graham back randomly. I hope he gets more to do than he did in season 12, because a lot of it was him with his hands in his pockets, half-arsed in season 12, when he had such an astronomical arc in season 11, which didn't patch out too well. You know, you can't go from a bumbling comedy guy to Sylvester Stallone in one episode, which is the one thing I did not like about season 11. But yeah, they're my thoughts on the little filming pics. I will put a link to Doctor Who Production News in the description below. And if you like what I do on the channel, hit the like button. And if you want to continue to support my channel, hit the subscribe button. And have yourselves a wonderful day.